Watching news at Prime, let's take you back now to one of our leading stories of the day, and that's the discovery of two bodies believed to be that of journalist Sibusiso Ndlovu and his partner Zodwa Mdhluli. They have been found in a bush in Limpopo. The couple was last seen in February this year in the area of KwaMhlanga in Mpumalanga. 5 suspects linked to their disappearance have been arrested, and at least 3 of them have appeared in the KwaMhlanga Magistrate Court earlier this week. For reaction on the latest developments, we're joined now by Elijah Mhlanga, chairperson of the African Media and Communications Forum. Mr. Mhlanga, good evening to you. Thank you very much for your time. Let's start with your reaction to the discovery of remains. Police are saying they have yet to conduct DNA tests, and so they cannot say whether or not these are indeed the remains of Sibusiso and his partner Zodwa.
Good evening, Claudia. Thank you very much. Well, we know that the police still need to go through a technical process of verifying the bodies. We also need to recall that what the police are doing now is to gather additional evidence, which is going to be presented in the court. So they have to go through the DNA testing, laboratory testing, and whatever else that they need to do. But we know who we're looking for. We know what they were wearing. We know how they look like. So there are marks that indicate to us who it is that we have been looking for the past 2 months and a half. We know what the suspects have indicated to the police. That's why the helicopters and the drones had been in that area, combing the bushveld and going all over the place where the suspects had indicated they were. But also remember that there were cell phone records which were used to track down the movements of the suspects and the victims. All of those contributed to the location which the police eventually went to today, of course, with the assistance of the suspects. So we are 100% convinced that it is them. That's why there's even going to be a family meeting this evening where the family is going to discuss a way forward. And all of that comes about because the police also made contact with the family, took the mother to KwaMhlanga, took the mother to the scene, where she was also briefed about what the police have found. So we have a certain degree of confidence that we are saying the right things.
All right, so that's new information, I think, that you are revealing to us now, that the mother of Sibusiso Ndlovu has been taken to that area. It's called Ris Defenter. This is in the border between Gauteng and Limpopo provinces. You are saying that she's already been taken there. And are you able to tell us in a bit more detail what convinces not only you, but what convinced her that this is indeed the body or the remains of her son? Is it through clothing? What exactly was identified?
Clearly, I won't go into that detail. As Zola was indicating there, that they're still on the scene, the police are still doing their work. But we also want to respect the confidence that they've shown in us, where they've taken us into their confidence in terms of the work that they've been doing, right from the detailed briefing that we received on Sunday morning in KwaMhlanga, where we were being briefed together with the Deputy Minister in the Presidency, Kenny Morolong. So we want to continue to abide by the confidence that we have agreed to. So what you can say is that for all the other times that the mother has been to KwaMhlanga, I was the one transporting her there. The only day when I was not able to transport her there was today, because the police took over that function. So I'm speaking from that level of understanding of the situation, so where I am. What should have identified and what should have said, all of that remains in the family, and we should at least try keep out some of the detail from the discussion.
Yeah. Are you at this stage able to tell us any information as to when police will come out to the nation and make a pronouncement around what they have discovered? Yes, moments ago, our colleague, Zola Sholwana, was speaking to one of the deputy commissioners, but there is no confirmation as yet. But as things are developing based on your information, it's only a matter of time that police are going to make this announcement?
Well, we are preparing funeral arrangements. We are working on memorial services. That's where we are now. That's what we are preparing for. That's all I can say.
Yeah. 5 people have been arrested in relation to this, and which is why they have been able to point out the location of where they may have dumped the bodies of these 2 people. Do you know any information whether the 5 arrested might be expanded?
Yes, there is that indication based on the report that we received. There are other people in other provinces who are still being sought by the police. At the right time, the police will make the right announcement.
Yeah. This, of course, is devastating for not just yourselves as an organization, but the entire media fraternity. Let's get your reaction around that and what you believe could have been the motive around this. Is it to do with Sibusiso's work, because he was the journalist here? I'm not so sure what his partner, the line of work she was in. Could this have been related to the work that Sibusiso does, or is it something completely unrelated?
Well, we don't know the motive. There are many theories. The suspects are saying some things, but we don't know. We believe that the truth will come out when they are on trial. So the focus was to find our brother, our friend, and make sure that he, together with his partner, are returned safely. Of course, sadly, that was not the case. They are returned, but not safely. They are gone, dead, forgotten, in terms of them being alive again. So that's where we are. But we are focusing on raising awareness on this matter. You are correct. We are concerned as the media and communications fraternity. That's why we did all that we could to make sure that we raise awareness on this matter. We went out, raised funding. We were able to secure 100,000 rand to offer that as a reward, together with the National Press Club, to make sure that anyone who has information comes through to give the information to the police so that they're able to make a breakthrough. That's what we've done. But also yesterday, we filed an application to the Magistrates Court in KwaMhlanga yesterday on behalf of the media, asking them to grant the media access to the court so that the media can cover the case. Tomorrow we are back in court for that particular matter. So we are doing that because we are showing concern for our colleague in the media together with his partner, because, you know, he wouldn't be successful in what he's doing if he was not loved and supported by those around him, siblings, as well as his partner and the mother. So we are working to support the family in any way that we can. And I believe we've been able to do our bit to make sure that we also work with the police and push them to the extent that we've been able to experience this breakthrough.
Elijah Mhlanga, I want to thank you very much for the time being, and it is a difficult time, not just for your organization that's been very heavily involved here, but it goes out, of course, the message of condolence to the entire media fraternity. This is a fellow colleague, and we send our sympathies, deep sympathies, to the family. Thank you very much for the time being. Elijah Mhlanga, chairperson of the African Media and Communications Forum.